Welcome everybody, welcome back, right back to Homestead Heart. Yet another video for today that I'm going to share this with you all. I hope this video will be quick. I'm going to try to make it 10 minutes. But y'all know Mrs. H can be long-winded. I get it honest. But anyway, you all. I wanted to talk to y'all about a correspondence that I had with a young lady, how she built her emergency pantry using her food stamp benefits. And it wasn't even a lot, let me tell you. I thought she was so creative. I really enjoyed the pictures and everything that she did. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. You all, this young lady, I don't remember how much she said she was getting every single month, you know, for her children, you know, but she used what she had to build her emergency pantry. And she even said her children did not like it. They hated it. Even some of the family members that knew what she was doing were very critical of what she was doing and thought it was wrong for her to do this. That she should be embarrassed to even tell anybody. Man, they were quite harsh, some of them. But this young lady built an emergency pantry within, I think it was 6 months, 5 months or 6 months. An emergency pantry with her regular food stamp benefits that she was getting every single month. Let me tell you what she did. She put her children and herself on a strict diet every single week. Every single week, with the exception of the weekends, right? I remember thinking, I know those children be looking forward to Saturday and Sunday. But Monday through Friday, this is what their meals were like: beans and rice and baked bread. Yeah. Beans and rice over baked bread. Every day. Every now and then, it would go from not beans and rice, but vegetable soup over rice with baked bread. But it was some kind of hearty something that it don't take a lot to cook it, and you can make enough to last you all week, and it only costs you a few dollars to do. I'm like, man, when you feeding children and you make a nice big pot of beans, even if you had to make a pot of beans twice a week with a bell pepper and onion in it and some fresh baked bread, how much are you spending really for that week, right? Like what, 20 bucks, if that, for a couple of bags of beans? And I'm just guesstimating because I don't know the details, you know. I don't remember the details, but I could tell you, like, if you're spending, let's just say $2 on one bag of beans and you bought 2 bags, well, let's just say $5 with tax. And the ingredients to make fresh bread, like flour and eggs, and really that's all you need. Flour, eggs, water, and a jar of yeast. Man, what you talking about? 10, 12 bucks in a week's time? Well, I don't know. It depends on how much that flour cost. You know, depends on what brand of flour and all of that you buy, because some of it can be expensive. And then oatmeal for breakfast every day. I know that had to be hard, especially when your children are not used to eating like that, especially when the children are used to cereal, you know, Frankenberry and what other cereals out there. You got Frankenberry and what else they like? Fruity Pebbles. Hey, Smoking Joe. Fruity Pebbles and, you know, any other $6 box of cereal. When they're used to that every day, right? And you take them from that and you know, you start preparing their mind and let them know, look, we're going to be eating oatmeal and toast for breakfast, you know. They ate lunch at school. And then this is what's going to be for dinner right here, you know. And the family was like, them poor children. That's not right, right? And so whatever she spent a week buying those ingredients to make that meal, it was a little different on the weekend. On the weekends, they could have things like homemade pizza, right? Yeah, homemade pizza. They may have some other proteins and things of that nature, you know, but through the week, it was beans over rice with fresh baked bread. And what she had left with her food stamps, she built an emergency pantry. And I'm like, you don't share this on like Instagram and TikTok. Please tell me you don't share this. She says, no, ma'am. You're the only person. Her family hasn't even seen her pantry. She said, I was the only person that has ever seen her pantry. And of course she knows. Hey, your secret's safe with me. But she built an entire pantry. I think it was 5 months. I want to say it was like 5 months or something like that. But this young mother did a wonderful job. She did a wonderful job. Her pantry is absolutely stunning. She took the time to organize it, and you know, and I assume if you're watching, I'd love an update. If you're watching this video, I'd love an update. Please give me an update. But I just thought it was absolutely amazing just looking at how organized it was, how she had everything that she needed, you know, food-wise, and then of course other commodities. She had a shelf just for, you know, cleaning and hygiene and all of that. You know, she did a wonderful job. Some of the bookcases she had, she got from IKEA. I want to say it was IKEA. She took bookshelves and turned those into something to put her hygiene and all of that, her, you know, things for her children. And man, she did a wonderful job. But she said we had to knuckle down and do this. And while the family was, you know, kind of harsh, ironically enough, the children didn't like it, but they really understood. Hey, Moo. Oh, you sleepy? You like, hey, how you doing? I'm gonna go back to sleep. Just woke up to speak. I was working all night. But yeah, she built an amazing pantry with just her regular food stamps every single month. And I'm just gonna tell you, this mother did a wonderful job. And I want to say she was a mother of 4, 3 or 4. But she did a wonderful job with building that pantry, getting that pantry together. you know, and some of the points were so beautiful because, you know, it's best to be like this now, and we can build and have food for later on than to be needing food later on and we don't have nothing because we spent it all on what we normally eat in chips and all of that. You know, it was very tough, I can imagine, on the children. And they probably look forward to maybe going to grandma's house and all of that, right? If they went over to grandma's house, they probably was glad to get over to grandma's house. What you got to eat? I don't want no beans. You know, but that really took some discipline on her part. And it took some discipline on the part of the children as well, because she could have gave in, but she did not. She did not. She remained strong throughout all of that because, you know, her goal was to make sure that her children can eat well later. Sacrifice a little while now, but we'll eat well later, you know. And I thought that was just amazing, you know. I saw, oh yeah, she had the deep freezer, just a little deep freezer. I don't know where she got it from, but I can tell that, you know, it was just a little deep freezer that you could probably get from Walmart or whatever, where she had, you know, I'm sure food in her little deep freezer. But man, she was very creative. And she did that with 3 or 4 children. So you all, if you are a mother, father, whomever, and you get food benefits, wow, see if you can find a way to tighten up a little bit. To tighten up a little bit on maybe some of the purchases that maybe you could probably skip this time, to put a little extra in your emergency food pantry. Man, sacrifice a little now so you'll eat well later. I think it's worth every little sacrifice that you have to make. Make that sacrifice. Make that little sacrifice now so that you don't have to worry later. Build your emergency pantry, you all. Build it. You know, when I talk to my children, one of the things I'm always asking, what you got? What are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm always like, well, you know you could. They be like, I know, mama. I know. I'm going to do it. Because mama is always in their ear. Because they live a distance from me. Yeah, they live a distance from me. So even children, if you live a ways from your parents and you know maybe your parents are, you know, putting in emergency pantries and stuff, don't count on your parents. I keep saying I want to talk to the young people. I really do. I'm going to. Don't count on your parents. What if you can't get to your parents? Get down, baby. Oh. You like the scratching going on. No, ma'am. No. Okay, you want to play with the glove. Come on over here. Here it is. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Scram. Beat it. Scram. Beat it. Beat it. But you all, young people, don't depend on that. Nope. I said you like the scratch. Don't depend on that. You're just not going to give up. Okay. If you scratch me, them claws. But don't depend on your parents. What if you can't get to your parents? What if you can't get there? So you all, yeah. I remember we did this video, and I'm going to close it here. We did this video a while ago called Forced to Apply for Food Stamps. And so many of you thought that we were talking about us, which of course, they just kind of let me know that a lot of the folks who thought that did not watch the video. Because if you watched the video, you would have known that I wasn't talking about us. We were not talking about us, right? Nope. No, sir. We weren't talking about us. We was talking about someone else, right? But you all, if you get benefits like that, then by all means, use them. Do your best to start building your emergency pantry with what you got, even if you can only take a little bit of it. Even if you can only take a little bit of it and buy a few things here and there. Man, I'm happy that she didn't post her pantry all over social media. I'm happy she didn't do that. But wow, it was so inspiring. And no, she was a younger mother. She was not older. She was a young mother. And it was so inspiring, even for me. You know, I was just so inspired by, man, her discipline and what she did and sacrificed and what her children sacrificed in order to make that pantry happen. So I gotta admit, I mean, I was just floored. But I felt so good inside seeing what she had accomplished in 5 or 6 months. I was like, wow, that is absolutely amazing. Sacrifice now so we can eat well later. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. And I knew then that her goal was to buy a pressure canner and start canning their own foods and all of that. That was her next goal. But she was so focused on just getting the food in there because she didn't know what was going to happen. She didn't know like what the next day was going to hold. So she took that opportunity to buy what was available. So she was buying canned goods of vegetables and fruit and chicken and soups and things of that nature. And once she have that, then now she can maybe relax a little bit and start focusing on canning fresh foods, right? So y'all, I just wanted to share that. I'm over 10 minutes. Ugh. I'm 8 minutes over, y'all. Almost 8 minutes over. But I just wanted to share that with you all. That if you are getting EBT or SNAP benefits, use that to your advantage while you can. And don't think that those benefits are going to always be there for you. Don't think that, because they're not. Don't think that you may wake up one day and there's no benefits to be given to anybody. Okay? None. Whatever kind of benefit it might be. Don't wait till then to be like what you shoulda, coulda done. Okay? Use those benefits wisely. I hope sharing that with you all who may be mothers and parents or fathers, you know, whatnot, guardians, you know, because you know how we are. We'll raise anybody. We raise everybody children, right? Especially in the hood, you know, you got somebody always raising everybody children, trying to make sure these children eat well and raise properly and all of that, you know. So whatever your title is, if you get benefits, find a way to take a little and just buy a few extra cans of something that goes in an emergency pantry, and they are not to be touched by anyone. They're not to be touched by anyone. I remember she She says she threatened she threatened her older child. She threatened her older child and warned them not to touch anything in her pantry. Come on now, stop it. Oh, I thought that was so funny. You know, I can't say it like she said it, but I thought it was so funny that she resorted to a threat to let them know that she mean business. Don't go in here for nothing at all. So you all, that's gonna do it for this video. No, that's gonna do it for this video. I just wanted to share that in hopes of just maybe inspiring you to, if you get benefits like that, just to inspire you to maybe take a little bit here and there and start putting in an emergency pantry if you haven't done so already. You know, I felt that. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and do it. Sacrifice a little now. Sacrifice a little now so that you and your children, your family, you all can eat well later. All right? All right, y'all. That's going to do it for this video. I did double time. Thank y'all so much for watching Homestead Heart. Please share this video. Please share this video. Because I hope that, again, that this story will inspire other young parents to do the same thing. Relentless. I guess I'm gonna have to get up in order to keep you from doing that. Cut it out. Yeah, play with the glove. I just want this to inspire other young parents to do the same thing. So if you know any, didn't I tell y'all about them claws? If you know any, then please, please share this with them. Motivate them, encourage them to build an emergency pantry of their own, okay? Remember, sacrifice now so you can eat well later, all right? Peace and blessings, you all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Scram. Don't you come back over here. Don't you come back over here. Don't you do it. You'll do it anyway. Don't listen to nothing I say.